Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's. We're working on the rails slowly, and surely those will happen. We need to pick up steel production big time though, because .3175 or 375 ain't gonna cut it. We're gonna need a lot more iron, limestone, and coke, which essentially requires iron ore, which is just mining with electricity, limestone, which is electricity plus water, and coke, which is electricity plus raw coal. So if we have an iron patch anywhere near a coal patch, anywhere near water, we can make steel. I might make a little steel factory down here and just put the steel on a belt, because we have everything we need in a little space, and we're gonna have rails at some point, and we can just then put the steel on the rail network. So I'm thinking a steel factory down here is what we're gonna do, and we can mine everything locally. So we're gonna need a lot of buildings for that. Let us make a new block here. We were just looking at different coke options before and dealing with the bugginess of current hell mod. Looking forward to a patch. Steel. Okay, so let's say... I was about to say, let's say we wanted a full belt, and then I saw the numbers that we already needed, and I just kind of internally cried a little bit. Yeah, there's no way we're going to do a full belt of steel at this point. That's absurd. But we should at least see what it requires. And I am going to do the simple version of coke. And limestone is just water. So it's pretty simple to do all this. The ratio is all that really matters. When do I get molten steel? Not till green science. Can I do 5? Is that crazy? Yeah, that's still a little crazy. How about 2? 2 feels doable. Maybe we do 3 belts of iron worth. So that would be... The easiest way to do this is take whatever you have, divide it by the amount of iron you're using, and then multiply it by the amount of iron you want to use, and then it'll do everything perfectly. So 2.25. So we'll go ahead and pin that just so I remember how many, or I guess actually I just need that summary, and that'll remind me how many buildings we need. So we're gonna craft all this over the next however many minutes, and it's gonna take a hot second. Can I green science yet? I'm probably pretty close, actually. I'm probably closer than I think I am. I haven't looked at it in a long time. But I'm not going to. I'm not even going to look at it, because it's just... That's a project for another time. I also want to get all this aluminum out of here. Trying to continue the cleanliness trend that we started last episode. Also, Alor, yeah, pYanodon's is not the most welcoming of mod packs. I mean, it depends on how you define welcoming, but it is fun, and it is hard. I didn't mess up acetylene or water, did I? That's the other nice part about the pipe visualizer mod by Rygaard, is that it's easy to see if you broke something, which is very helpful. Okay, let's get these kind of covering up all the rest of the aluminum here. A bit more here. And let's see, is there any more that the map view is showing? It doesn't look like it. So that should get the rest of our aluminum gone. There we go. You're not convinced that scaling steel is worth it. Well, neither am I, but it's what we're doing. Look, the nice thing about pYanodon's is if you scale something up earlier, it means you can go longer without having to touch it again. So there is a positive, like regardless of whether it's the most optimal way to do it, it's not gonna come back and bite us in the butt, right? Because it's like, then we can wait longer until we need to do the next steel solution. It's really just a game of how long can you procrastinate each individual task. It's really what pYanodon's is all about. It's a lesson in progressive procrastination. That's what I'm gonna call it. All right, let's get rid of all that. And probably gonna need a lot of random things for all this crafting. Because I need 36 foundries, which means a lot of stone. Let me, oh look, standing right next to a lot of stone. And iron plates, copper, is it air cores or cables? It's actually cables, okay. Do I not have cables in a chest? That's kind of weird that I don't over here. I have air cores in a chest. Let's fix that. I want to say I have some cables in a chest up by circuits, but that's pretty far away. Yes, Lodro, the actual community for pYanodon's is pretty good. I will say it's a community full of people with strong opinions. You know, sometimes people will be like, oh, that's a terrible idea. Maybe not terrible idea, but they'll be like, oh man, this is so much better, or why would you do it that way? But that's kind of the Factorio community in general. The Reddit, I find, is really good about this, but Discord, often you can get into some heated arguments about whether this way is better than that way, and you know, the truth is either way is fine. The Reddit tends to be really awesome though, and like people will post like the most cute little starter base, you know, noob base that you've ever seen with like 2 inserters and 1 assembler, and they're like, this is my first base, how is it? And I you know, sometimes wonder, like, is that just a attention seeking post? But people are very nice regardless, which is good. Where's my iron? Here it is. Okay, 4 more. 3 more. Okay, well, let's go get the other copper cable we've built up. One thing I do like about the Reddit is that people often tell people to, like, don't look at designs, don't copy blueprints, and I think that's actually a good recommendation. I think this really is the type of game that is best played figuring it out yourself. I do need ceramic sometimes, but I don't think I need any ceramic for this project. We should probably put these guys in our useful buildings box, which I moved next to the not useful buildings box for some reason. What's useful here? I guess all my LTN stops I don't need for this moment. And a screener, a crusher, a retorter, a tailings pond I saw somewhere. I mean, honestly, most of these I don't need for right now. Everything else is fine, I think. Yeah. Bolts is not building. Bolts is trash. All right, more stone. We're just gonna go back and forth here for a bit until I have the proper amount of furnaces. Yeah, oh, balancers are great for blueprints or circuitry that you don't understand, like an RS latch. Because, you know, those are things where I would argue, like, you can understand the purpose of using it without understanding how to make it. And that's when it can be good to copy someone else's design. I don't know why I'm grabbing these. I'm not building rails right now. This is what I want. I do agree, Alor. The interest in balancers is, well, interesting because of how often people use them unnecessarily. Same with buffers. I probably use buffers too much. Buffers are almost completely unnecessary in Factorio. There are certain times where they're very good, but in most cases they are, at best, neutral. Sometimes they're actively harmful to your base. Okay, what do I need? 36, and I have 20 exactly. So that'll be 30 exactly. So now I need 6 more. So grab some more stone. I don't know how many we need for 10 for... I need exactly 50 for each. Okay. 2 more, which means some more iron plates. Boom. Done. All right, now we need all the soil extractors, which is 28.1. That's more stone, air core, small parts. Okay. Looks like we got air cores, small parts, so I need more iron. Oh, there we go, 40. Okay, I have one already, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 25. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 29. I might just call it an even 30, keep everything divisible by 3, because it's 3 belts of iron. So I'll build it in, you know, the amount for 1 belt of iron, the amount for 2 belts of iron, or I'll just paste it 3 times, that's what I'm trying to say. And then only 6 HPFs, that's kind of impressive, to be honest. I need some copper. Do I have power for all this? We'll find out. Not really, no. I don't even have power for what I'm doing already. We'll figure that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll build some extras. I always need more HPFs on hand. All right. Then I probably should build another geothermal power. Do we have an untapped one that we found? Is there one up here somewhere? We tapped into that one. Yeah, there's one down there actually. Perfect. So we'll build a geothermal down there to help support. Yeah, we're close to the next power option. For now, I'll just do another geothermal though, because it's easy. Have anything in here? No. Wait, that's pre-Pi 1. Early game in Pi 1. Oh, we already have it in here. Okay. So what do I need again? It's the 5 regenerative heat exchangers that are kind of the weird ones. Everything else is just pipes, pressure pump, and 1 geothermal plant. Bunch more stone bricks needed. High petroleum handling is where we get this. More stone needed. There's 5. I want to say that does it for stuff needed. We have belts, we have inserters, we have pipes, we have power poles. Oh, I need miners. I'm gonna need a decent amount of miners. Or mining drills, I should say. We'll craft some of those. Oh shoot, I'm handcrafting small parts here. Let's not do that. There we go. Sweet. That was easy. This is where you want buffers, right? Like this is the usefulness of buffers, is for things like entities that you need to build. Because then you can grab stuff and you don't have to wait for it to keep regenerating as you grab it. Which in some ways means that almost everything is useful to buffer in pYanodon's, because you need almost every item for some building somewhere. And yeah, science is another great place, Aloy, for buffering, because you spend long periods of time not doing science, and then all of a sudden you want to do a bunch of sciences, and it's nice to have it keep building up while you're not researching something. One question, I think we'll be able to get 3 belts out of this easily enough. The mining drills are really fast and small. I'm pretty sure that'll work. We're gonna do the power plant first. I guess that means we need power. What the heck? There was one unbuilt inserter that didn't even matter. Yeah, belts themselves are buffers, so you're always going to buffer some large amount of resources eventually, whether you like it or not. And often reducing that buffer size will just help you keep the factory flowing more smoothly. Yep, train stations are a big one. And requester chests, like logistic request chests, because you need to request enough that the lag time, you know, there's always enough robots in transport to give you the throughput that you need. And depending on, like, the further away you are, the more you need to request, but then that's a buffer, you know, of items moving in between, which it kind of equates to how a belt would do it. Let me replace all these, but then we're gonna have to fix the connections. So we want to connect those ones. Right? And then this is what the rest of everything gets. Let me just make sure I'm doing it the same way. Okay, we're running the heat exchangers as well. And then the last 8. So we're getting up to 8 times 7, 50-something megawatts. Okay. So then I don't really need that one. So those all go somewhere else. These are connected to the one on the right. Let's just use 3. We'll keep it skinnier. Okay. Ooh, 10,000 rails. Look at me go. Yeah, Wascally, bots are only a buffer as much as moving items on a belt are a buffer, which, you know, you can consider it a buffer if you want, because they are items in transport that aren't being used. It's a much smaller, what am I doing? Let's do some straight lines here. It's a much smaller buffer than like a chest full, but it still is the same concept. Okay. I believe this is good to go. We just need to hook these 2 up for a second. No. Something's wrong. Oh, we need water. Fair enough. So the new Factorio update tells us that we can middle click, aka the pipette, on water to give us an underground or offshore pump, which is going to be very nice. Very nice quality of life feature. There we go. Player inventory is a buffer. Yep. Everything's a buffer if you wanna think about it that way. All right, I should be able to remove that now and connect these properly. There we go. That is filled up now, running itself. These should fill up. We're good to go. And those can use up 960. Wait, did I do this really wrong? Why do I have way more than I need? One of these can use 240 a second. Why do I have 4 of these? Did they change the rate on me? Not sure. Because if that only produces 250... Wait, that makes 120 steam, which is enough for all 8 of these. So I only need 1 regenerative heat exchanger now. No, I don't think they nerfed the geothermal plants. They buffed the regenerative heat exchanger. Because it makes the same amount of... It makes enough steam, 120 a second, which is enough for 8 of these. Right? Yeah, 15 times 8. So I mean, my old build still works fine. It's just I have more heat exchangers than I need. Doesn't seem like they nerfed these at all. These are the same. I guess technically I need 2 of these because there's an extra 10 per second that's not getting utilized, but I'm guessing that 10 a second might get used for running this anyway. Oh, they also removed module slots. Indeed. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that. That's going to generate a good amount of power for us. About 50 megawatts. Let's look at our research. What do we got? Creature chamber upgrade. Grout upgrade. Wind power. Get these out of the way. Tidal power. That looks expensive. Oh my gosh. There it is. Oil power. We already did the coal power, I think. Yeah, I just need mechanical parts is all I need to get the power plants that we've unlocked. And then cotton guts. Ah, our favorite little rodents, which are so fun to mass produce. I've already got plenty of trauma related to cotton guts. Okay, so 3 belts of iron. Yep, that's gonna be easy. Let me throw this into our blueprint. Oh, wait. I need to, whatchamacallit. First of all, let me delete a couple of these. I'm not using these anymore. Okay, there's my actual book. And then you need to be snap, relative, save. Oh, I've heard plenty about arcades, don't worry. And they were bad enough before the update. What did I do? How is that? Oh. Come on now. We gotta, grid set, the width needs to be 8. There we go. Because they overlap the power poles. There we go. So that'll be our 3 belts of iron. Of course, we need to consider that once we have train stuff going, we might do this differently. For now, this is fine, though. I guess we'll get a little bit more coverage of the patch, but what do we got? 8 million? So we're not going to run out anytime soon. In fact, I might be over... How many did I just use up? I just used up 50. Yeah, I need these back. We need raw coal still. Okay, let's pin this. What do we got? 36 foundries, so 12 foundries per belt of iron. Let's build this up here, kind of above this chaos. Oof, that's a lot. Maybe I should do 2 by 6 instead of 1 by 12. Yeah, I'll do 2 by 6. And then we'll have a 1 belt in. So what's a third of 11? Less than 7.5. That's all that matters. So we can bring everything in on 2 belts and send it out on 1 belt. And we should be able to use long inserters to manage that. Especially if I use undergrounds in some fashion. But let's just use 1 more square of space and not deal with undergrounds. So we'll place onto that. Well, I guess we have to use undergrounds for one of them. The output will be the right. And then output, input, input. Oh, wait. No, I guess we need undergrounds on both. So we'll do something like that. And then 1 power pole to rule them all? No, sadly. Maybe I do... that, and then that. Okay. Should work. Iron left, other stuff, middle. Copy that. Copy. I'll make sure we have enough belts for everything. 9 power poles for the dwarves in the mountains. No, I don't remember how all those go. Yeah, that's right. I guess it was 9 for men, 7 for dwarves. Was it 7 dwarves? Is it really 7 dwarves, like Snow White and the 7 dwarves? That would be kind of hilarious. I don't know if I ever connected that. It's 3 elves. Was it 5? It was 9. Yeah, it was 9 men because it's the ring wraiths, right? I don't remember. My Lord of the Rings knowledge has faded. Well, once we have legendary power poles, we'll definitely be able to have 1 power pole to rule them all. Okay, I really need to automate nanobots. I'm getting tired of this. I also need more insoitas. In fact, I hope that we have enough. We might not have enough. What am I running out of? I'm running out of circuits. Yep, legendary roboports will be a thing. I'm just excited. Look, I don't know if we'll have the patience for it. If we can ever beat pYanodon's, we'll have the patience for it. But I'm excited for the legendary everything base, where you bootstrap your way to the end game. Well, you beat the game and then you bootstrap your way with whatever you've got to getting all legendaries. Nothing in the entire base is non-legendary. Every belt, every power pole, every bot, every roboport, every radar, it's all legendary. I'm definitely gonna run out of belts. Oops. I'm not following my own rules here, am I? Move the power pole. Don't move the belt. Okay. Iron belt 1. Iron belt 2. Iron belt 3. And now we need to go get more stuff, like circuits, and I might put the car back on my inventory. Oh, come on, Dave. All legendaries are bust. I think it'll be like I'll beat the game and then try to go all legendaries. Do we need duralumin or aluminum? We do need steel, actually. And iron? Actually, good on iron. Good on iron. Yeah, we're not doing well on steel. I'm glad we're getting more. It might be time to do steel chests, though. I have a lot of them already, and we're about to get a lot more. Look, Dave, you can screenshot this moment and shove it back in my face when I start complaining. I'm pretty sure you're correct, and yet I'm gonna do it anyway, or at least try it anyway. See if we actually do it. Do I need lead? No. Stone, probably good. Stone brick, why not? Refresh the stack. Cable, 3 is good. Air cores, 4 is good. Small parts, belts. I think it's time to get rid of some chests. I'm gonna get rid of this shed and storehouse. I'll put them in the useful buildings, though, because that's just 2 inventory spaces we don't really need. Melamine, sap. Petri dishes are expensive. I should offload those. Pipes are pretty good. Where do we put those Petri dishes? Down here. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be pretty similar to current mega bases and how those work. To get an all legendary base. Legendaries. I don't actually know how you pronounce with the little that umlaut, or is that a different thing? With the dots over it. Yeah, I'm sure we will figure out the ways to optimize our legendary setups. No question about that. We need some light up in here. Can't be in the dark. Oh man, I love the bigger lamp radius mod. What a genius who made that mod. It was me. Limestone, we're gonna need 9 per belt. So a block of 27. Which can be 3 by 9, 4 by 7 roughly, 5 by 5. It just depends on how we want to arrange it. Let's go with whatever feels good. How many is that? 5. What would it? 6 by 5. Minus a few. 7 by 4 minus a few. I might do 7 by 4. And how do I want to do the pipes? Maybe like so. If I do one more space, it gets really simple. I'll do it that way. Slightly more pipes. Actually, no. Never mind. Same number of pipes. Okay, we'll do that. That is 16. Wait, I did too many. 14 times 2 is still enough. Okay. Let's do 4 blocks of this. That's 14. A with the umlaut is pronounced A in man. So legendaries. So the way it's already pronounced would be the same, right? Am I umlauting correctly? Legendaries. Yeah, I think that's the same thing. Maybe I'm incorrect. Okay, will that work? I think that'll work. Boom. Boom. Boom minus the front. Cool. Double that up. How much water? Just one measly pump will be enough. Of course, the exact spot it needs to be on isn't free. You guys are throwing letters in there that aren't in the alphabet. Maneuver. I know, it's maneuver, but that's just the oo sound. Which could also be the double O. Alright, now all of this put together is going to be some number of limestone. How much limestone are we talking here? I also want to use this moment to remind everyone of something we haven't talked about in a while, which is composite factories, because this is 11.2 limestone from 560 water. We're going to be using roughly 8 to 12 megawatts to run all this. And Composite Factories is a mod that will allow us to, in fact, I think we have it down here somewhere. Do we? Yeah. Let's see if it still works. We're going to crash the game. It's been a while since I've used this, so I'm just going to double check. But you can take all of this, and essentially we can copy this into the Composite Factory definition file, which I know feels like a lot of work, but it's the only way the mod can work, because what it does is it then adds a factory to the game that will generate a new recipe that essentially does this whole block of construction at once. We can make it the correct size. It will cost all of the same things, and so we still need, you know, all the inserters, we need all the pipes, we need all the power poles. And it's essentially a way to massively reduce the UPS cost of large builds like this. And in the ultra late game, if we ever get there, of pYanodon's, we will probably use composite factories if we start running into UPS problems. Which is one reason I'm actually not quite as scared of UPS problems as I normally am, is because I know that that's an option. And yeah, I don't know how we ended up forgetting these pipes, but we did. And you also said a pair of belts in each vertical limestone. So we're forgetting all sorts of stuff, apparently. I'm not seeing the missing belts, though. Where are the missing belts? Yes, a coop is where chickens live. A co-op is when they team up. Water thingies. Okay, well, I'm not seeing the issue, so you guys are gonna have to be more specific. Because that looks to me like all the belts and all the undergrounds. Alright, get these last power poles. Hook up to power over here, which apparently is not hooked up to power. Where's the nearest power? West, I guess. Also should throw some lights. Oh, you weren't talking about belts. You were talking about the pipes. Got it. Radar, always good. We'll get this down in the southeast. If we're lucky, it will cover the geothermal. Hey, Apophenia, how's it going? Are we winning yet? Yes. We sure are. Alright, all of this together is 11.2. That means we are allowed to just merge it, bop it, spin it, twist it. Yeah, that's fine. Bring it over. Then we're gonna need 6 HPFs working on some coal here. Also, how are the trains going? I'm not really sure. The bots are maybe doing things. I don't see any. Wait, they're off. Yeah, I don't see any flying around. Which means we have no steel. Yeah. We don't literally have no steel, but we basically have no steel. Which is why we're doing what we're doing right now. Okay, out. What do we got out? 2 out, which is 2 inserters. Wait, I don't need to do that anymore. Wait, yeah, I do. They only affect 3 on one side. And then we are gonna get too much for one side of the belt. We'll just alternate this. Should have done this before we copied things. But it's only 6 of them, not a big deal. I wouldn't be showing this, Dave, if that was the case. So there are 3 that we can build that will then give us more range. So we're good. Because that one has that in its range, and then that'll get built and it'll work its way to the east. All right, raw coal-wise, we need 2 belts. We'll grab our little blueprint here. And that probably is all we need for like a really long time, to be perfectly honest. It's crazy how fast raw coal mines. And then each one of these will go to 3 HPFs. I will use loaders. I'm not sure if I should use loaders. I can't use loaders. Never mind. 5 in is 5 inserters. Because 4 is only 4.8. That's ugly. I need to go get some loaders. Unfortunately. I kind of don't like these not being next to each other either. Hey, Anarelion, welcome, welcome. The pipe mod is advanced fluid handling. Can recommend. Especially for the more advanced mod packs. Let's see, is this actually cleaner? I'm not sure, but it's how we're gonna do it. Because then we escape the coal patch. That's the goal there. But yeah, I need to go grab some loaders, which means grabbing the copper zinc batteries. Ah! This is why we use advanced fluid handling. You can't run them over with a Jeep. How we doing over here? I got 45,000 ammonia. Battery chest is almost full. Seems like we got plenty of brains. I need a lot more inserters. Let's get those going. More circuits. Ooh, we are starting to run out of circuits. Slowly running out of circuits. Started using them for a lot more things. I guess these used a bunch. That's where a lot of them went. And those won't get used frequently. Not yet, at least. Why am I here? Copper zinc batteries. Shoot. Shoot, dang. We're out of them. Did I do a splitter for them? Nope. Why did I never do that? I don't know. But I'm gonna do it now. Let's get one stack. Yeah, Alor, it's pretty great to be able to drive over your pipes. Not gonna lie. Anyway, zinc. What's going on with that? Looks like nothing is going on with that. Just not enough. NEI. Never enough items. I guess technically we're a little short on zinc ore. Which is down here. And I could improve this with tier 2 miners and power. Actually, we could improve it by just moving those that are not on ore anymore. And we didn't accomplish what we came here for, which was loaders, because we didn't have any of these guys because of no zinc. And the reason we have no zinc is because we are using a lot of it for batteries. 3 per battery. And something else? Or just that? Oh, the alt click. I keep forgetting about alt click. No, just batteries. It's 10 per copper zinc battery, though. I don't think I realized the zinc difference was that big. I know, Dave, don't even say what you're gonna say. I told you the battery recipe's better. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Anyway, I need more zinc. So we're gonna not use loaders. We are just gonna use a crap ton of belts or inserters, as we said we weren't going to do. Wonderful. The other nice thing that we're gonna be able to do when we have trains is just pop a locomotive onto a train track and control click wherever we want to go and not have to worry about walking anywhere. That's also pretty exciting. So we got a lot of wow, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I just lucked out not hitting that. Yeah, let's fix that. We can fix that right now. We can fix this. We can do it. We can Rosie the Riveter this. Ironically, I did delete the blueprint that we now need for this. Where did I put that? I think we just legit deleted it. Okay. A blueprint. Now someone, who was just telling me, there's a way when you're holding like a copy to like turn it into, you can like modify it from the copy, like while you're holding it. What was it? Someone told me something. I can't remember what it was now. Like rather than doing what I just did where you put it in the blueprint book and then paste it. But I'm not sure what it was. Oh, I guess I gotta delete all these first. This is a long pipe. I should have done this in the car. Oh yeah, I also need to re-add the mod, what's it called? One that lets you, oh my god. I just did, wait, did I not? What did I do? I don't know what I did. Anyway, the vehicle direction mod, what's it called? Vehicle snap. Snap directions. Vehicle direction snap. Just vehicle snap? It's just vehicle snap. Just vehicle snap. Just T, thank you. Wait, did that work out perfectly? No way. No. Didn't mean to do that. Wrong click. Wow. That's crazy. Let's see, what are the odds of that? The odds of that are 1 in 12. Or 1 in 11. It's pretty lucky. Assuming random distance, which I think we could call that distance that we just covered pretty random. There was no rhyme or reason behind why that's what we picked when we picked it. 3, 4, 5 plus a power pole, but that's annoying because then one of them's not covered. Ugh, I hate this. I hate everything about this. Alright, but yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. And there was a reason I had done it like that, because when we were going to do loaders, we were going to need a splitter plus a loader, but now we just do it this way, which means that, this, no, this, yeah, delete those, and that, yes, yes, delete that, and belt up, we got it done, get rid of all this raw coal, please. Give it a moment. Oh, we're gonna have to deal with the cog. Don't worry, I'm not gonna vent the cog. I'm just gonna keep it running for a second here. I'll vent it for a moment, and a moment only. All right, sweet. Bring up the limestone. Bring up the coke. Then I shall... How shall I do this? Let's go with something like that. Make it nice and clean. Then... maybe we do it like this. That. Do I need 2 of these belts? Yeah, I do. unfortunately. Ugh, I need 3 of them. That's the weird part. Is there like some weird method to do 3 of these? Never tried it, but it should be possible. Maybe not. One of them has to go over the other one. So I guess I need 1 more space. This is probably worse than just splitting, which I can also do. But yeah, that and then this gives us 3 of the half and half. It's not perfectly balanced, but as long as you've got the overall number that you need, it'll, you know, back up on one before the other, and then you're fine. Would I rather do it that way, or would I rather do it a different way? The different way would be to make 2 of the belts, have one of them output priority here, and then merge into the other one, and then the last one feeds both. Because well, actually, I need to math that. Is 2/3 of 11.25 more than 7.5? Oh, it would work perfectly. 1 belt is exactly 2/3 of what we need. So I could also have done it that way. But I've already done it this way, and this is the first time I've ever done something like this, so we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it, and we're gonna do underground. Just like so. Like so. Yeah. That one feeds there. That one feeds there. This one feeds here. Those are some nice straight lines. Ooh, it's interesting. It puts the coke on a different side of the belt for one of them compared to the other 2. Spaghetti. This is not spaghetti. This is linguine at worst. This is quite nice. And I wouldn't even call this spaghetti. It's kind of a compact, like, weird, you know, put things on opposite lanes of the belt setup, but it's not really spaghetti. Curves around nicely. They're both going, starting on the same tile. They line up nicely with that diagonal, and they all go parallel. That's not spaghetti. I'm sure it could be cleaner, but it's not spaghetti. Anyway, we got hella steel. Sweet. Now we're using all our power again. That's fine. Teus is not convinced about the spaghetti statements. Okay, well, I'll just say by my standards, it's definitely not spaghetti. If you know anything about me, you will agree. Get rid of all that crap. Now, how much is this making? It's making a tiny amount still. Yeah, 2.25. That's almost embarrassing. I mean, it's not like actually embarrassed, but it's such a small amount for how much I just did, only getting 2.25 of something per second. Oh, wow. Okay. So, the coke oven gas, we're gonna need to route. I could just make it steam right here. Is that a good idea? What's the... ratio? I don't remember. 250. Boiler, as we like to call them. Cog. It's about 4-to-1. And we're making... Wait, where did my steel block go? Oh, I moved it. Putting all the metals together. I think that's actually a good idea. All the main... Hold on, let's arrange this a bit. All of, like, the main ore, which I know glass is not a metal, but it's like the same type of process, right? Like you mine an ore, you process, there's ore processing chains for it. It kind of shares a lot of overlap with that. Anything else? Stone brick kind of is its own ballpark. At least put it over there, I guess. On the end. Intermetallics is its own thing. That's an alloy. Yeah, I think that's fine. My spaghetti is usually a Gordian knot. It's probably worse than that. My spaghetti is a biblically accurate angel is what it is. Mixed with the flying spaghetti monster himself. Let's see. Coke oven gas. What I was trying to decide is if I want to turn it into steam here and now. And if I do, that's still only like 200 steam a second. The problem with that is then we can't use it for hot air. And it could be possible that we have plenty of steam and we'd rather use this for hot air generation, which we already kind of said was expensive and difficult. So I think maybe we do want to just bring up the coke oven gas. I'm so tired of steam and coke oven gas, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me get some lights on this, and we'll figure out how to connect that all to the base in the next episode. Why? How did I build miners that ran out that quick? Did they really only have like 5 ore on them? Are these all running properly? I haven't even like checked. Is everything running? Seems like everything's running. It does seem like things are working. Cool. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call that an episode for YouTube purposes. I will keep streaming, so if you're on Twitch, stick around. As always, for those of you on YouTube, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching.